Okay, let's quickly go through what we have done today, and I'll be so very delighted to, I'm just so delighted that this was going to happen today. Okay, and why I want to do this video and make this video is just to the extent of which time and dedication had helped. And this is very much unlike what you go out there to see, which most of us call most of you guys have turned it into a conventional way, a conventional mode or method, of going to analyze or going to thinking that that is where you are going to get the knowledge from. And I'm not disputing that. It's good. You want to go and watch all the Lambos and Ferraris, please go, enjoy that. But it's so painful that you guys, or most of the new traders, you will see them still, wallowing in that confusion of what they really want to do. Okay, anyway, let's analyze what the market has done today, what we talked about, and what is currently happening, and what I have been able to achieve, just today alone, trading XAU USD, that is gold. Okay, all right, earlier today, this was what I posted on my Forest Factory page. I have a page at Forest Factory, and if you can see it well, I analyzed gold. That gold had recently formed a double top pattern around $4,377, okay, which is actually here. This was a double top. All right, this was actually the double top that was formed. Anyway, let me see if I can just I need to make sure I have this thing. Okay. My Epic pen. I want to see if it's working. All right, I think it does. Okay. Now, I talked about it that earlier today. This is actually the double top area. Okay, this is the first area, this is the second area. Okay, so price touched here. So price touched those two areas, and in my analysis I analyze it that price had formed a double top pattern around that area, and that level acted as a strong resistance, which of course it is. and that led to a sharp rejection, and they pushed away price to nearly 600 pips to around 4,316. Now the 3,416 area was actually this point, because if you calculate from this point to here, that was around 600, over 600 pips here to this place. Okay, so what happened, and I made a current outlook of what price, of what one could encounter today, that is on the 21st day of October 2025. Okay, so what are the possible things that we could encounter? That gold was trading at a near key support zone around 4,300 area, and let's us make this thing look so that while I'm analyzing, you can also be seeing what I'm doing. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so gold price was around 4,316, which was here. And then what happened? Now gold was trading near a key support zone, which was around 4,300, which was good. And on the lower time frame, the 5-minute and 15-minute, price is showing sign of a potential build-up that could trigger another bullish push from this level. Now scenario one, now again, it could I say could trigger, I didn't say will trigger. Okay, please take note of the language here, could trigger. Now that scenario one was a bullish continuation, and that if price breaks above 4,351, this was the 4,351 area at this point. I said if price breaks above here, which of course it nearly almost did get to break it, but it didn't. When I did the analysis, price was around here this morning. Okay, price was around here, and you would think that price was gonna go break it. I said if it eventually did break that area 4,351, it would confirm a potential continuation, which means price gold price was going, if it breaks this point, gold price was going to break, continue buying, continue with the bullish build up, which it has always does after every pullback that it has been making. All right, so and that was it. And I said scenario two, that for bearish extension, that if gold fails to hold above the current support, fails to hold, that is if gold fails to hold above, this was the support level then here. Let me add up to it. Okay, this was the support level then, 4,316. That if gold fails to hold here and breaks below the recent low. Now if you come to the 5-minute and the 15-minute that I was talking about, let's clean up some things from the chart. Maybe it's going to help us to visibly see well a little bit. All right, now based on my analysis, I said if price breaks below, please take note, breaks or fails to hold, right, that the current support breaks below the recent low, then we might see a deeper bearish correction, potentially pushing price further down, and that is what it has done. Okay, breaks below, it broke below here. Okay, and I think I got it very well on 5-minute time frame. Okay, now breaks below, price closed below it, and if you are taking the trade, just like I analyzed it, you'll have taken anything above 550 pips. Gold alone this morning. Okay, that's how easy it gets. That's how easy it becomes when you analyze your chart and know what you want to do. And of course, I think I posted on X the link to the Forest Factory, and I also posted on the Telegram channel. All right, so that was the scenario 2, and so far so good. The double top, which is visible on both the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. We saw it on the 4-hour time frame. We saw it on the this is it on the 1-hour time frame, and this is also it on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, saw it on the 4-hour, we saw it on the 1-hour time frame. All right, so the reinforces, they said, the message I posted said reinforces this cautionary setup, because I know a lot of people would have woken up to that. So, oh, gold, just wake up and buy any day. Gold, wake up and buy. No, let's be reasonable. Okay, let us be reasonable. Understand the chart. Okay, don't just listen to what the so-called influencers will tell you to do. What does the market say? How are you interpreting the market? How well do you understand the market? So painful that I am not taking any classes. At least I've not been taking classes for quite a period now. I believe, first of all, make some money with an expert first before you trade, and make little money before you start thinking about learning how that person or whoever the so-called mentor is. You need to first of all make money with them, at least consistently, for about 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay, make money for about 3 months with them, then you can be convinced enough to want to continue learning from them. All right, so that's how easy and how beautiful it is. Honestly, I can't say or tell how happy I am with this analysis that I made today, and this post that I actually did post on my Forest Factory channel. Honestly, that I actually did post. Look at how easy I didn't have to use all these big terminologies. I didn't have to make it complicated. Forest trading is forest trading. Yeah, forest trading is forest trading. Financial trading is financial trading. You don't have to make it seem as if it's so huge, so bogus when we start mentioning those big terminologies. Okay, it's so simple. What I try to do is to understand few setups, chart patterns, and then take a little bit of candle patterns, which is price action, right? And then I also, once I get to understand those, I need to bring this down. Once I understand the chart patterns, what the chart is actually saying, okay, and then I will now introduce my softwares. All right, I will now introduce my softwares, and once I have my softwares introduced, the software is just to help me to know, like when I had the entry for gold, just once I started saying this, and it was originally also showing bearish. The intraday bigger picture for me was saying bearish. The intraday smaller picture was also saying bearish. It was enough for me to quickly dabble into trading and trading gold, which was the assets that I had in front of me, or the instrument that I have in front of me. Okay, I got the confirmation here. I also got the confirmation here, bearish. All right, so it's a simple thing to look at. It's a simple thing to try to understand, and then once I have those up and running, I don't have to wait for the market to tell me. I don't have to wait for what do I think. Okay, I'm just going to say I'm just going to take my trade, which is what the market is giving already. So even if it goes into a loss for me, I would not mind at that point. I know that just like I always say, just like I always have it, that if I follow my system, The outcome doesn't define me. The process, does. The process is what actually defines me. So this was the first thing I posted today, and to God be the glory. You can see that gold is still selling. Okay, gold is actually still selling. I have a stronger, powerful method. Okay, I have a very stronger, powerful method that combines price action, chart analysis, candle analysis, or chart pattern, candle analysis, call it anything, price action as a whole, and then have them also imbibed into the knowledge of indicators. So anybody that tells you that indicators are not good, please don't listen to them. Indicators are pointers. They all use everything smart watch, smart TV, smart this and smart that, but people will not tell you this is good just because they want you to feel less of yourself. If anybody's telling you to just trade on chart patterns alone, okay, I do a lot of chart patterns 100%. all right, I analyze the chart. I look at how it is. I look for pullbacks. I look for candle patterns. I look for every method out there, and then add 50% of me does chart patterns or price action. 50% of me do also analyze with me indicators, and these are not just the ordinary or normal indicators we see out there. They are the ones that I built by myself. Okay, yes, or I modified. So it's not your conventional RSI, stochastics, MACD. No, I don't use those. I don't use any of the indicators on MT4 or MT5. Different ones were built, and I make sure it suits my methodology, my pattern, my system, my approach. Okay, so you can also see. All right, so anyway, I think that is that about that. I don't want to take too much of our time. Gold is still selling. Now, one thing you should also understand about gold is anywhere gold faces for that day, most times it always goes 100%. It will give you its 100%. Gold, most times, like what I have noticed over the years, once it focuses on a direction. Okay, now you can also see, once gold focuses on a direction, it will take a whole day to focus on that direction. Okay, it will focus on that direction 100%. This is Friday. That was it. What we saw on Friday. This is what we saw on Monday. Yesterday, this is what we saw. What we are currently seeing today. So I just hope that this candle will one way or the other engulf this, or be bigger than this, close way bigger than what we saw yesterday, and then we'll then be looking for a longer downward move for gold, a longer downward move for gold. So that's just it. So people, if you have a gold buy order, please at this point just rest, take your profits, and wait for price to reset so that you can know which direction or what direction you really want to go to. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Please